Yes, yes. You know, we back like we never left. And I was thinking to myself, man, growing up, I was a big sports player. And one thing about me in sports, I couldn't stand the referees. You know, they was always in the way. They was always thinking they knew the game better than the players. And that's what's going on in the lifestyle today. It's a lot of motherfuckers that's refereeing the game just to get close to the game. So it's only right that we break it down and give it some game from the grassroots.
Taking the convo to high levels. Comment, like, and subscribe if you're enjoying Durable Minds Radio.
Yeah, man. Everybody want to be a ref. You know, you got the refs that get paid to be refs. You know, you got the fans. They want to be the ref. You even got players that ain't that good that want to be calling the calls like they refs. Everybody want to be refs, but the players that take the game seriously. Now the player will get mad if the ref start calling some BS and he has to check the ref. And that's kind of what we doing today. You know, the players gonna have to check these referees that thinking they refing this lifestyle. And the first type of ref we about to attack, we gonna attack the paid ref. You know, the ref that's pushing content of the lifestyle, never live the lifestyle, but makes a profit off they content that they push in the lifestyle. You know, I see that a lot on social media. These little game pages or whatever you want to call them, because there's different type of game pages. The game pages we talking about are the ones that kind of want to push about the lifestyle in a negative way. They might put out there somebody getting arrested. They might put out there some female getting harmed on the blade. And, you know, they think they're doing a good thing for the lifestyle, but really they just reffing the lifestyle that they never been in. They just getting paid to put a secret society out there on Front Street. And a lot of people don't look at it that way, but I do. You got to look at it like, for a community that's already not liked by the square community, if somebody goes puts, you know, the secret society community out there on Front Street for all the squares to see it, analyze it, critique it, and whatnot, then you sit back and ask yourself, dang, does these paid refs on social media ever post anything positive about the lifestyle other than, you know, 304s? No. So now you ask yourself, are these refs really for the better of the game? Or are these refs really for content, really for the fans? So they might call a foul when it's really not even a foul like that, but it's going to give them some oohs and some ahs from the fans. They going to sell their content to get some likes, to get some critiques from the squares. Now we ask ourselves, how is that even possible? How is somebody that's never been in the lifestyle be able to even make content of the lifestyle? How does a ref that's never participated in the game even be able to ref the game? In my opinion, I'm gonna tell y'all how. It's because they know somebody in the circle. They know enough about the game to be able to ref the game. And the reason why they want to ref the game is because they feel a part of the game when they can ref it. Because they can't actually get in it, you know, in the 304 route or in the Pimp route. So the best way to get in it is to try to police it, to try to tell others what others are doing right or what others are doing wrong. And preferably what others are doing wrong for their case. And you know, the second part is there's a bunch of watered down 304s. You know, I'm going to do a topic on watered down 304s. But yeah, those watered down 304s, all you got to do is post them, and that's how you create a platform, a following, and then you can sprinkle little bit of the game that you think you can critique, or the little bit of the game that you think you can referee into your content. So now the squares can say their input on what they think the lifestyle should or shouldn't be, even though none of them ever experienced it. Let them tell it. They said they got some experience because they experienced time with a trick. A lot of these 304s, they only experience getting money from a trick. And it's a gang of tricks out there, but they've never experienced being within the lifestyle, choosing to have a pimp and understanding how it is to be a female with a pimp, and so on and so on. And those type of females, they love the rest of the game. Why? Because that gives them security. That gives them insurance. That makes them feel good that somebody's there to, pat them on their back, or somebody's there to inform them on what's going on in the lifestyle. So they feel like the ref really protects the renegade, the watered down 304s. Especially the paid refs, which is again the ones that post negative content of the lifestyle just for views and likes and comments. So yeah, that's that motherfucking paid ref. The referee that loves the game, can't get in the game because he ain't got no game or she ain't got no game. So they think to try to referee the game, they think they know just a little bit that they can become the refs of the game. But moving right on, playing the game of basketball, you be having, players in the game that really don't got a lot of game, so they want to call the fouls all the time. They constantly calling the foul when they miss a layup. They constantly on the sideline yelling that's a foul. We got a lot of those type of dudes in the game, meaning they jumped in the game with some money, they got them a couple broads, their run was over, now they can't get their run back going, or whatever the case may be, so they want to critique the lifestyle. They want to referee the people that's in the lifestyle, and especially referee the people that's in the lifestyle that they never experienced, right? Because mind you, these gentlemen jumped in the game with money already. Then they want to critique on the pimp man that jumped in the game all off his pimp mentality, which is nothing wrong with that. If they want to, call themselves sharpening other people's tools, just make sure you sharpening the tool that you experienced using before, right? But the reason why I think these cats really like to referee the game is because they had a taste of the game, right? They got in, they got in the game, they played a little bit. Then they got on the bench and they've been watching ever since. So now once they start watching, they might still be campaigning, but they never have to campaign in this way to where they have to lean on their pimping, right? They just can't lean on their money. They got to lean on their pimp brain, and they never campaign that way. So now when they try to campaign, they catch hand ain't booming. So now they want to critique people that's in the lifestyle to still feel part of the lifestyle. Or they like to critique people of the lifestyle on Front Street, meaning, on social media, because they think that's a way to campaign, right? So they think if I go talk about somebody else's program in the public eye, then some girl might hear it and want to fuck with my program. Some weak ass dirty macking, right? Some watered down dirty macking, some subliminal dirty macking, right? Don't get me wrong, pulling a P collar is necessary. Sharpening other P's tools is necessary, because being a pimp, when you live this lifestyle, you come to realize that it's only, it's not too many gentlemen in this lifestyle, and really everybody hates the pimp man, so we all we got. So yes, we got to sharpen each other's tools, but you don't need to make it a public thing, right? So the paid ref all the way down to the player that thinks he's a ref, there's no need to referee the game in the public eye. Why? Because the public eye, majority of them don't live the lifestyle. So not only are you trying to check somebody that's in the game around a bunch of squares, you're also opening the door for those squares to criticize and put in their 2 cents about what they think of the lifestyle, instead of displaying the good of the lifestyle. So when, you know, the majority of the people out there that square see the lifestyle, they see good things. These people want to expose the negatives and, you know, the stereotypes, and highlight the stereotypes of the lifestyle just for some views, just for, you know, thinking they're campaigning or whatnot. Yeah, so you know, those paid refs, they mainly for the content. They pushing negativity of the game for some content, and they'll sprinkle a little watered down 304s to make it, you know, to make the audience feel like they're part of the game still. But those gentlemen that, you know, got a taste of the game and now they really can't ball in the game, so they want to referee the game. Yeah, man, I got a title for them. I call them the Red Pill Pimps. And I'm probably going to do a topic on the Red Pill Pimps too. And then, now that we got a Red Pill Pimp, it's only right that we talk about these Blue Pill Pimps. And they try to referee the game, but they referee the game in a whole different way. They refereeing is basically catering to the 304s, catering to the bras of the lifestyle, right? So they basically the cheerleaders of a WNBA game, right? They gonna say anything nice to try to get the bride. And they got game pages that's doing that too. They got people on the internet that's doing that too, where they thinking to wine and dine and baby the girl and make the pimp feel like he's the Prince Charming to the 304. You know, the pimp man gonna sweep the 304 off her feet and fly her out into sunset. You know, the Blue Pill Pimps. And they try to referee the game by just babying the 304 and making them think that, oh, if you jump in this game, it's gonna be peachy, instead of explaining the real to the female. So they be reffing. They not necessarily trying to ref, even though there's so many watered down 304s that's low-key squares. So yeah, the Blue Pill Pimp, that referee, that's, you know, half cheerleader, half refereeing, you know, for the WNBA, yeah, they get an audience too, because them watered down 304s love to hear that. That's what makes them choose the little boyfriend or choose the little dude that know a little bit and just know how to baby the female through the lifestyle. That's what them watered down 304s is doing. So I get it. These referees, they really are refereeing and trying to get a audience of them watered down 304s, except the Red Pill Pimp, right? The pimp that had a little game, got in for 2 minutes and then got back on the bench. You know, he kind of bitter because he back on the bench because maybe that bitch blew. So yeah, he got his bread right, but he can't live that lifestyle no more because his catch hand ain't there. He never experienced how to knock a bitch because his first bitch he got through money. So he ain't just for the watered down 304. But the paid referee and then that Blue Pill Pimp, that cheerleader for the WNBA, but want to try to be the ref for the real NBA, them two, they for the watered down 304s. So many of those right now. That's why they got the biggest audience, because they got little game. And you know, the refs, it's all for the crowd. Every time a ref calls something, they gotta let the whole stadium know what they called. That's what the ref is for. It's for the audience. So yeah, they gonna grow an audience trying to ref the game. My thing is, if they not for the game, just stay out the way. There's no need to push out the positive or the negative. Just stay out the way, man, and let the game shine. Yeah, man. So I just have to sprinkle a little game from the GrassRoots. You know, I appreciate y'all staying tuned with me this long. If y'all could, hit the subscribe. And once y'all hit the subscribe, I'm already knowing y'all got a durable mind.
I have a durable mind.
You can keep the bullshit, I'll take all the money. How that sound? You can keep the bullshit, I'll take all the money. Yeah. You can keep the bullshit, I'll take all the money. I had to
Illustrating the ism.
Whole lot of tank shit, man. The South, East in here too, man. This shit slap like Pimp pants. Hey. This shit slap like Pimp pants.